Welcome back everybody to Extreme Off-Road Silly Bills, and today we're dealing with the 2018 DeBerti F-150 Prerunner. Now this has 1,876 horsepower, 1,382 pounds-feet of torque from a 7.2 litre twin turbocharged V8 engine, but quite frankly it needs all of that power given it now weighs 6,031 pounds. But it did already have off-road tyres, but they have now been widened, and off-road suspension, but it now has all-wheel drive instead of just rear-wheel drive, and it can now do 0 to 60 in 2.986 seconds, 0 to 105.918 seconds, and go on to a top speed of 205 miles an hour. But as you can see by the stats, the handling is not all that great, so yeah, I am a little bit worried that this really rather large and bulky vehicle might be a bit of a handful. But yeah, let's get out there and see what it can do. And yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be a good car, because it is the largest vehicle that we've had on this series so far, the heaviest vehicle that we've had on this series so far, and yeah, probably the the most mean in terms of being able to go off-road as well, because yeah, this can tackle pretty much everything. So yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be a successful one, because if it's slower than the Renault 4L, then yeah, I don't know whether or not that's a good side on the Renault or just really bad on this side, so we'll have to see. And as per usual, we only have 3 rewinds on each run on this series, so we really can't mess up too much, just like we nearly did there, to be honest. So yeah, the big worry with this is the suspension on these can be quite soft. As you saw there, we lifted up the front wheel there, it's obviously not helpful when you're trying to steer and brake. But yeah, when we do get some breathing room, this car does really fly into the acceleration. It's just all about getting that breathing room, because obviously this is quite a narrow and tight circuit with a lot of sharp corners and the like, so have to be real careful with a vehicle of this size. Big old jump, deal with that in no time. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a car that can get something wrong very easily, like that. Pretty much jinxed myself there. Yeah, this is unlikely to be the course that favours a vehicle like this. Not that I'm saying it's going to be the worst car that we've ever had on this series, or the slowest of the vehicles that we've taken so far, but yeah, it does feel like the kind of course that would be advantageous to a more agile and smaller vehicle. Obviously we'll know that when we get even more vehicles out on this course, but if this is slower than the Renault, that might well be a big indicator of that being the case. Because obviously this has way more power than the Renault. Pretty sure it's quicker as well in terms of acceleration, so yeah, there's no real reason why this should be slower, but obviously it depends on context, and the context is this course. Oh, let's see what I mean. A little bit cumbersome there. Brake a lot harder than earlier. It's 1 rewind used up. Yeah, when the road does open up, especially even when it's in terms of corners, it is a car that does have pretty decent, turning. So I have to keep some of its speed up. And none of this, the road dirt, any of the debris that we hit really isn't going to impact this car like it would a smaller, lighter car. It does have that on its side. Come on, last corner coming up. Well, we're going to be quicker than the Renault, but not by much. But yeah, we aren't the slowest, we are quicker than the Renault. By nearly 6 seconds, in fact. With a time of 3 minutes 31.718, was it? Come on. no, 779. So yeah, we're nearly 6 seconds quicker than the Renault, but we are still just over 2 seconds slower than the Ford Bronco, and a good near 6 seconds slower than the Aston Martin Valhalla. But yeah, that's still impressive given the size, the weight of the car, the fact it's still got quite soft suspension, so it's going to lift up a front wheel or two every now and then. And yeah, obviously it's got a lot of power, 1,000 plus horsepower more than it had originally. Yeah, and being the most powerful car we've had on this series so far, it's any wonder that it wasn't more out of control, quite frankly. But I think the amount of weight that it has is what was really holding that power back. But if we were in a lighter car, then I would imagine that would have been way more difficult. But yeah, still, third best so far out of 4, so not a bad showing. Especially, like I said, given it's the first time we've had a sizable and heavy vehicle like this on the series, so I really wasn't sure how to tackle it or how to approach it, but it did really rather well. And yeah, we only used one rewind as well, so not too many mistakes to correct there either. Yeah, but nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.